Hi friends, in the previous session we have seen the problem of singleton implementation. If you have not seen the previous session video, link is available in the description. Kindly go through that and come back here. In this session we shall see what would be the solution for implementing singleton class with thread safety. We have written this method ThreadSafe Singleton, where in the same way we are invoking the getCricketBall method to get the instance of the ThreadSafe cricketball class. Let's get into what is written inside this class. You can observe that we have declared a private static read-only object, which is used to apply lock to the thread, which means if multiple threads tries to execute the code block or set of operations, it would restrict threads from accessing the code by locking that piece of code. You can see the changes to the constructor ThreadSafe cricketball. I have not mentioned private as by default it would be private. I have also added static read-only object to lock the thread. Why static lock object? Because I am going to use this object inside the getCricketBall static method. Non-static variables cannot be accessed inside static methods. That's why we made lock object static, so that we can access this object inside the static method. Okay, why we need to have private read-only object? Why we should not use this object? I mean this object. What lock will do behind the scene? We shall discuss each and everything in detail. First, we shall take the question why read-only object. Read-only indicates that assignment to the field can only occur as part of the declaration or in a constructor in the same class. We should not be changing the value of this object from outside of this call or anywhere else from the same class. So we have marked this object as read-only. Okay, why do we need to go for private and why can't it be public, internal or protected? Because if you made accessibility of this object to external world, then no guarantee that where they will be using this object and you will not have any control over it. So we made this object as private, which enables accessible only to this class. For the question what lock will do behind the scene, in C# 4.0 we have system.threading.monitor class. In monitor class we have monitor.enter method to apply the lock. Similar way we have monitor.exit to release the lock. Lock of object is much simpler than that. Lock keyword ensures that one thread does not enter a critical section of code while another thread is in the critical section. If another thread tries to enter a locked code, it will wait block until the object is released. The lock keyword calls monitor class enter method at the start of the block and exit at the end of the block. Lock keyword actually handles monitor class at backend. Okay, now we understood what is happening behind the scene. Our next question is why lock of this should not be used. I used to do lot of this rather than creating separate read-only variable and applying lock on this object. Okay, now we understood what is happening behind the scene. Our next question is why lock of this should not be used. I used to do lot this rather than creating a separate read-only variable and applying lock on this object. Before that, we shall run and see the output as we need to demonstrate what lock of this will do. This time it should resolve the issue of creating instance of this class multiple times for each thread. We create actions which would print in the output window. You can see here that only one instance gets created. We have now understood how to solve the thread safety issues in Singleton implementation. Thanks for listening to me. Hey, hold on. We need to discuss about why can't we just lock on this object, that is current object, isn't it? We shall take this discussion in detail in next session.